20 years ago today, the city of Lafayette in East Alabama and West Georgia were pleased by a exciting and, let's just say, creative effort that was done to decorate his home. As Chuck Blanton, owner of Blanton Restorations, painted his home in a unique way.
People of Lafayette, Alabama are proud of their immaculately restored historic homes. This was an all-American Norman Rockwell kind of neighborhood. That is until this house turned purple overnight. Meet the Blantons. They live in the purple house. Heck, they painted the purple house.
This is what happens when you make a painter mad.
You see, Chuck Blanton, the painter, became upset when his home was critiqued by a citizen in the local newspaper.
A certain firm advertising restoration needs to restore its own home to its former beauty and order so that its advertising may be credible. Needless to say, I got miffed.
They said Chuck's house wasn't good enough for the neighborhood.
When I read this, I immediately knew what I had to do. I had to go home and paint my house purple with pink polka dots.
And he added orange columns and gold stars and yellow trim. His wife Mary loves what they've done with the place.
It's a fairy tale house. It's what I always wanted is for a playhouse as a child.
At least some of the neighbors understand.
I had company from Sylacauga and Birmingham, and of course this was all going on and the traffic was heavy, and they said they did not know they were going to be entertained so royally.
And the Blantons have had plenty of visitors and gawkers.
It looks like something in Disney World. And a lot of people, they just sit down and let people dominate it. But Chuck is Chuck. And he get his point across real easy, and I'm proud of him.
Now, this is the back side of the house. It's what the neighbors are used to seeing. Chuck hasn't quite gotten to that part yet, but he says he has a few more ideas.
You might say when they throw you lemons, you make lemonade out of it. And gee, maybe I should paint some lemons on it.
For the news leader in Lafayette, Alabama, I'm Leland Whaley.
The Blantons had planned to paint over their house, but due to popular demand, they'll leave it that way for a while.
No, this is all for fun. Of course, the inspiration for this year's design was the design I did 20 years ago, which, well, that sounds kind of redundant, doesn't it? Oh, well, this is redundant, isn't it? I have no bone to pick with anybody this time. This is just for the kids, just for fun. It just seemed like it ought to be done. I thought about doing it at the 10th year anniversary, but I think I was pretty busy at the time. And you know, 20 years, that's pretty cool. If I waited for 30 years, I don't know. I might not be in shape to do it by then. So, but if I am, maybe we'll look at something when I'm 80. You know, that'd be a 40th year anniversary.
A few years ago, a TV station was having a contest on the craziest way that you met your love. I used to have to go by this house when I was married to a previous person to go to work. I thought this man was a blooming idiot. Had they told me I'd be married to him 6 years later, I'd have told him to go someplace very warm. But today he's my blooming idiot, and I guess we're going to be around for a while.
What do you mean, blooming idiot? You're special.
My special blooming idiot.
Sweet Catherine, thank goodness we actually get along pretty well now. A lot of people don't don't believe it, but I go over and drink coffee with her sometimes and gossip about the rest of the world. But anyway, she called me over and said, "Who pulled your string?" I said, "Nobody pulled my string today, Catherine." I said, "It's the 20th year since I painted it the first time, and I just thought that we ought to do it again for old time's sake." She said, "I'd have baked you a cake." You didn't have to do that.
Everyone that talked about it, 20 years later, here we stand, and it's the 20th anniversary.